This is a lifetime that people are losing.
And an incredible update.
There is breaking news tonight in Texas. The state's highest criminal court halted the execution of inmate Rodney Reed.
As the news broke Friday afternoon, the Rodney Reed camp celebrated the decision that saved his life.
You're the wrong guy to get mad, I'll tell you what. And they got you mad. So I want to give you a round of applause on that.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life. You've never had anybody working harder to bring you to the threshold of change than right now. Okay, I want you to imagine something for me. Imagine just for a second spending years of your life behind bars, locked in a cage, and in some cases, facing death. And then think about the fact that it's for a crime that you know you did not commit. Well, our guest today lived that nightmare. Amanda Knox was dubbed Foxy Knoxy by the press. It was one of the most infamous cases of wrongful conviction. She's here today. Here's a look back at her story.
It was a case that gripped the world back in 2007.
On November 2nd, the body of Amanda's British roommate, 21-year-old Meredith Kircher, is discovered behind a locked door.
Within days, the suspicions of Italian investigators turned to one of her roommates, 20-year-old Amanda Knox. And her boyfriend, Raffaele Solicito, who she claimed to have spent the evening with.
Police zeroed in on them as potential suspects, finding their behavior odd.
One Italian commentator described her as having the face of an angel, but the eyes of a killer. Media interest, both Italian and international, was intense throughout the trial, fed by headlines that labeled Ms. Knox Foxy Knoxy.
Images of Amanda with her boyfriend, Raffaele Solicito, taken just outside the murder scene, and the next day at a lingerie store, were used to define and condemn her.
Prosecutors allege that Kircher died during what began as a sex game.
Both Knox and Solicito insist they are innocent. But prosecutors say that Knox's DNA was on the knife handle, and Solicito's DNA was found on Kircher's bra. In just 1 week, Seattle-born Amanda Knox will stand trial in an Italian court.
Tonight, jurors delivered a guilty verdict against Amanda Knox. Her former boyfriend was also found guilty.
Amanda is sentenced to 26 years in prison.
Well, Amanda appealed. She refused to give up on her chance at freedom, and eventually she got it. But it wasn't without a lot of back and forth and a lot of international drama.
Did Amanda Knox do it? When it comes to an appeal, we've heard a lot that Amanda Knox could have a much better chance at an appeal there than she would in the United States.
The case has completely fallen away. There was never any real DNA evidence, no reliable eyewitnesses.
Amanda Knox and Raffaele Solicito have been acquitted of the murder of Meredith Kircher. For nearly 4 years, they've been in prison.
A scientific panel appointed by the court finds that the DNA used to convict Amanda is unreliable.
Knox returned to her hometown of Seattle a free woman. But last January, Italy's highest appeals court found the pair guilty again.
And nobody was expecting the judge today to overturn that acquittal. Everybody's saying, well, we thought that he was all over it.
If the court decides to uphold its conviction, Italy could ask the U.S. to extradite Knox from Seattle.
They'll have to catch me and pull me back, kicking and screaming.
There is relief this morning for Amanda Knox. Yesterday, Italy's highest court overturned her murder conviction. Knox and her ex-boyfriend were twice convicted and now twice acquitted.
I'm incredibly grateful for what has happened, for the justice I've received, for the support that I've had from everyone. You saved my life.
Well, Amanda is here today because she is passionate about a case that I have been tirelessly fighting for. The case of death row inmate Rodney Reed. His story has grabbed America's attention. After more than 2 decades behind bars, Reed was facing execution, despite the fact that multiple witnesses